Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem by the VMI Regimental Band and the invocation by the Institute and Corps Chaplain, Chaplain Robert Phillips.
Good morning. Please join me for the invocation. Our Father God, today we gather in an atmosphere of excitement and celebration, pride and success. And we rejoice with these 301 soon-to-be VMI graduates and their families. Today, the dream comes true. The goal is accomplished and the milestone is surpassed. The ring on their finger, the diploma in their hand will forever symbolize the work, sacrifice, sweat and tears, bonds and memories that have comprised their VMI experience. But today they begin a new journey, a new race. Lord, let them run this new race with endurance. May they pursue excellence, exemplify servant leadership, and may they always stand firmly on the principles of truth, faith, honor, and integrity. Grant them success, guard their course, and protect their way. May they discern the things that are right and just and fair. May your wisdom enter their hearts and your knowledge be pleasant to their souls. May they have discretion that protects them and understanding that guards them. Grant that they might be bold and confident in their endeavors. Allow them to attain the potential that you have designed for each of them. But above all else, give them a faith that would never fail. We ask this all in your holy name. Amen.
Please be seated. Oh, good morning, Mr. Boland, members of the VMI Board of Visitors, members of the Academic Board, faculty and staff, family and friends of today's graduating cadets, and members of the Corps of Cadets. Welcome to this commencement ceremony, the climax of 4 years of diligent study and hard work by the class of 2019. Graduation from VMI is a great personal achievement, but certainly it is an achievement that cannot be reached alone. Many others have contributed to the success of today's graduates: parents and grandparents, guardians, brothers and sisters, friends, brotherettes, faculty, staff, coaches, host families, to name but a few. And VMI is particularly grateful to parents and grandparents for encouraging and sustaining their sons and daughters, their grandsons and granddaughters, and others throughout these cadet years. So may I ask the parents and grandparents to please stand and receive our thanks. This is certainly a proud day for you. Universities and colleges are many things to many people, but at the heart of any great institution, I have always felt, of higher education is its faculty. They are the ones who teach, guide, counsel, and encourage our cadets on a day-to-day basis. I include in this group our military staff and those who coach our athletics, our athletes. For at VMI, we believe that the academic, disciplined military structure and physical aspects make for a full and complete education. Please join me in expressing our thanks to the Institute's faculty. The class of 2019 matriculated in August 2015 with an official strength of 495, and today will graduate 291 cadets. And adding graduates from other classes, today's ceremony will see 303 cadets cross the stage and receive the VMI diploma. Counting the 157 members of this class who were commissioned yesterday, by the end of this summer, a total of 162 members of the class of 2019 will have been commissioned. This means that 54% in peace and war, 54% of the graduating class have met or will meet the high requirements for commissioning in the armed forces. Others will also be commissioned upon completion of the individual service officer candidate school programs in the late fall. These numbers are especially commendable and reinforce VMI's historic mission of producing citizen soldiers. A number of VMI cadets, staff, and faculty have been called to active duty in support of the current and the long, long war on terror, thus placing their lives and cadetships temporarily on hold. In addition, there are parents and family members and others in the audience this morning who are currently serving or have served. So would all of you veterans please rise and receive our appreciation for your important service. It is now my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2019, Cadet Joel Matthews Thomas from Lincolnton, North Carolina. The valedictorian at VMI is peer-elected by his classmates, and it is truly a high honor. Mr. Thomas majored in biology with concentrations in biochemistry and molecular biology, and minors in philosophy and literary studies. He served as Vice President of the Officer of the Guard Association and President of the VMI Ethics and Debate Team his first class year, providing high character and principled leadership to his responsibilities and to his duties. In October, he will attend the University of Oxford seeking a Master's of Science degree in Clinical and Therapeutic Neuroscience. Mr. Thomas.
Before I start, I have to realize that several members of the class are looking a bit rough. It's, Bud Light, food poisoning will get the best of us. It's truly an honor to be up here. I didn't expect to be here and to speak with General P and Eli Facemeyer, two of probably the best people I know. It's truly an honor. It's like having the mayor and the preacher and then sending up the village drunk to talk with them. So that's, it's truly an honor to be here. So General P, General Mareshi, General Clark, family, friends, loved ones, corps, and members especially of the class of 2019. Valediction in Latin means roughly to say goodbye, and so today I'm not speaking to family or friends or even the distinguished people up on the stage with me, but I'm speaking to you, my brother rats of the class of 2019. Captain Henry Wise, writer, poet, and a professor in our very own English department, once told a class of mine that it takes an incredible amount of idealism to come to VMI, a belief in something that is almost unfathomable. And throughout this time together, we have spent 4 years, and we have come in with a belief in something It is with this belief that we came here, and we were imbued with an idea of what VMI is like, what we would do, how we would handle its many rigors. VMI still existed for us then as it does on recruiting materials and websites, how it's shown off to gullible youngsters on weekends. 4 years later, that view of VMI has faded. For many of us, our view of VMI may be a severely jaded one. The ceremonies and parades have become tedious. The extra work piled on by academic and military commitments crowds an already hectic schedule. We have learned not to trust crozet fish, anyone who went to a dance with your BR, and anyone who uses the phrase training value. It is a land on the worst days for us where it seems like colonels act like corporals, the rules are made up, and you don't matter. Some of us might be wondering even now what the point of all the sacrifice, sleepless nights, wasted hours, and panic was. Was there even a point? If we are to judge ourselves and our experience by the picture of VMI we had coming in, then we come up severely lacking. However, fortunately, we should not judge ourselves by that picture, the VMI of our imaginations and the promotional material, but by the VMI that we have lived, our VMI, dear brother rats, and other members of the Corps who are graduating today. The VMI that we have known and experienced is not a place, though it is intimately tied up with this physical place, but a living, breathing entity made of people and experiences, hopes and memories, disappointment and fulfillment, sadness and joy. We have come through a system, and it has changed us. Our VMI is something that no one who is not experienced could fully understand, and no pamphlet could fully explain. It hasn't been the same for any of us, and we have learned our own lessons from it. It stretches wherever we are, and has been such diverse places during our tenure here, such as the Alhambra, our brother rats in Taiwan and Taipei, Tokyo, Budapest, and even our dear brother rat Logan Amico, who deployed to Qatar. It is the VMI that is made of us, the class of 2019, that we have experienced here and that we will carry with us. This is what will remain. After all the memories of all-nighters and tender talks with Sergeant Echevarria have faded away, this is the real VMI, and always has been. It is this VMI that will remain in our memories. It is one that has had its fair share of dark moments. We lost our brother rat Sean Hong early in the rat line. We have seen the departure of dear friends, sometimes under less than honorable conditions. We have all had our share of disappointments and failures. To say otherwise would be a lie. We have all been in situations that have tested our moral and ethical fiber, have called into question who we are as people. Some of these situations we have handled with distinction. Others will forever stand as lessons learned the hard way. No one who has ever faced their cadetship with courage and wagered worthwhile stakes has come out of VMI without their fair share of regrets, of things they would change if they could go back. We have learned that decisions have lasting consequences, some of which will follow us for the rest of our lives. We've come up against our limitations and often been found wanting. Through these struggles, though, we have gained something. We have changed from a motley crew of cocky high schoolers to an even motlier crew of future officers, doctors and lawyers, pilots, and a major revenue source for distilleries nationwide. We have mentored an entire class through the rat line and into their career as cadets, and we will always be proud of the class of 2022. We have consistently come together in times of both triumph and tragedy. Some of us have already achieved notable things, such as John David Hatkus going into medical school paid for by the Navy, Annika Tice, a Fulbright scholar who will teach in Côte d'Ivoire, Alec Hoops becoming the top Army cadet in the nation. Even Carter Johnson from the class of 2020 is going to Virginia Tech for his MFA in creative writing. Emery Lieber is already well on his way to becoming the most interesting man in the world. And Colin Smith has continued to neglect his modeling career in order to go to dental school. Furthermore, for the first time in the Institute's history, over 50% of the Rat Disciplinary Committee has learned to read. And Skylar Willis Brian Munoz, and the rest of the Virginia Beach crowd have learned that there's an entire world of beaches beyond their beloved 757. We did not achieve this on our own, however. We owe a lot, firstly, to each other and the consistent support we have given each other over the years. We owe our presence here to our families, loved ones, supporters, professors, and mentors over the past 4 years who have shown us what to do, or in some cases, what not to do. We also owe a class-wide debt of gratitude to Hong Kong's unofficial ambassador to Lexington, Virginia, the Honorable Mr. Hoi Tong, retired proprietor of the Tong Dynasty, whose creative interpretation of the legal drinking age led to our class's loss of privileges several times. We also owe, on a more serious note, we owe a sincere debt of gratitude to Eli Facemeyer, Benjamin Dixon, and the rest of the class leadership, as well as John Keefe of the Honor Court. And I can say, having had the privilege of watching them work up close this year on the OGA, they have done work that would challenge people of 20 years' experience and have made gut-wrenching decisions with truly exemplary discernment and moral courage. On a personal note, I would like to thank my family for making my VMI experience possible and supporting me even when they were sure I had lost my mind. Especially, I would like to thank my grandmothers, Sarah Matthews Holmes and Laura Lemon Thomas, as well as my grandfather's departed, but still with me in spirit, Elmore Holmes III and Ronald Buford Thomas Sr. I would also like to thank my professors, especially my advisor in the biology department, Lieutenant Colonel Lilly, and Colonel Rob McDonald of the Dean's Department, as well as the English department crew who has supported me throughout my years here, especially Colonel Miller and the two-man philosophy team of Dr. Duncan Richter and Reshef Agam Segal. I would also like to thank my roommates throughout the years, John Jeff Lebowski Turney, Tyler the Gnome Warden, and rat roommates Ben Dixon, now regimental commander, I didn't see that coming, and football star Uzoma Padua. I would also like to thank my brethren in Charlie Company and the esteemed group of cadets going under the name of Electric Boogaloo. These and more people than I can name right now have helped me make the most of 4 long years in the salt mines. This is not the end, however. If it was, and we'd peaked at VMI, we might as well all walk over and put in our applications to the Commandant's office. But it isn't. But it isn't, and hopefully we haven't. We have a charge laid on us by those who have come before us, and especially by our sacrifice here. We have a duty to each other and ourselves. We have the responsibility of continuing the struggle we have begun here. The pages stick together. This is extraordinary, but there we go. We must, as Kipling said, fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds of distance. We have the duty of relentlessly refining ourselves, of making the hard choices and sacrifices, of pushing ourselves to the limit again and again in order to become not who we are, but who we have the potential to be. To quote Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI, we were not made for comfort, but for greatness. We have the responsibility to never be comfortable sacrificing our potential for the comfortable present. When life throws its worst at us, things that make our struggles here look insignificant in comparison, we have both the ability and the obligation to attack it with the same force as it has attacked us, and to come out all the stronger for it. I don't believe in talking about changing the world, and I certainly hope the future nuclear weapons officers among us don't. But we can change ourselves and do the brotherhood we have formed here proud. We can choose to continue to honor our allegiance to each other throughout our lives. We can choose to conduct ourselves with the basic VMI values of wisdom, courage, honor, and strength every day. And when we come to the shores at the end of this life, we will be beached as we must be, old, broken, and infirm, but beached leviathans nonetheless. The author Cormac McCarthy once said, "You don't know what worse luck your bad luck has saved you from, but I know for certain that the luck that has brought me to VMI has saved me from the terrible fate of never knowing you all." Ladies and gentlemen, Brother Rats, to call it an honor would be an understatement. It has been a pleasure. Raw 19!
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. At this time, the president of the first class, Cadet Eli Facemeyer, psychology major from Radford, Virginia, will provide short farewell remarks to his class. Mr. Facemeyer.
General and Mrs. P, distinguished guests, family, and friends, good morning, and welcome to the graduation of the class of 2019. My name is Eli Facemeyer, and I've had the honor of serving this graduating class as their president for the past 3 years, and look forward to doing so after graduation. In a brief moment, I will introduce today's keynote speaker, but before I do so, I'd like to take this opportunity to address my brother Rats one final time before we enter the prestigious ranks of VMI alumni. Therefore, please bear with us as we enjoy our final moment together. Brother Rats, I promise not to get too sappy or somber, as I often have been known to do. But I also promise to not hide the feelings I have for you guys, and which I know we all have for one another. We're crazy for each other, I know. Even if we haven't admitted it yet, due to any resentment we may have towards the system, we all have at least a small desire to remain forever within shouting distance of 300 of our closest friends. But why is that feeling so strong? I know it's cliche to explain it as being the result of shared suffering, but that is indeed what has led us to this oneness we experience today. More than that, the suffering we endured was, compared to most recent classes, felt on a level beyond the physical. Our suffering was felt beyond any courtyard sweat party, any frozen turf field, any late night cram session, or even the injuries acquired from a class-wide fight club. While at VMI, our class experienced something most classes don't encounter until they are well removed from the 16th of May. The loss of our BR, Sean Hong, on 21 September 2015 did shake us deeply, but ultimately it became the essence of the spirit of our class, the spirit of 19. Suddenly we realized that no one is guaranteed another day on this earth, no matter how young, and that we, like Sean, must live life fully, holding nothing back in our work or relationships, ensuring that if the day we were in should be our last, we too could depart with contentment. This spirit which we have boasted in and in which we shall continue to boast displayed itself in our work, play, and goals. That year, we drank out of the fire hose of VMI wisdom in a somewhat vain effort to prepare ourselves for the cadetship ahead, not expecting that it could get any worse. Then third class year arrived, and as impure gold enters a fiery furnace, we entered the loneliest year of the Institute. Our dikes were gone, and everyone, even the rats, thought we were still rats. Second class year, as we began to arise from that furnace, we proudly received the gold VMI class ring, with which we could then begin to physically identify with, as we too were only steps from purification. After recovering from our ring figure celebrations, we underwent a season of final pruning in which our class lost members who had lost touch with the spirit of 19, and in which we as individuals began to experience enlightenment as to what this grand experience of VMI is trying to accomplish. As dikes this year, we conveyed this newfound wisdom to our rats. And even though these lessons didn't always yield immediate results, we took heart that someday, as was the case for us, they too would recall everything their dike had preached and exemplified. And finally, here we are. We have every cause to celebrate. Our time as cadets may be over, but the spirit of 1-9 will never pass away. I love you, BRs, and I trust that our love for one another will only continue to grow from now until forever. Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Members of the graduating class of 2019, it may have seemed to you that as you were going through your four-year cadetship at VMI, that the years were progressing slowly, especially during the dark ages of winter and other demanding times. But now I'm willing to wager that you're thinking that the years actually seem to have passed very, very quickly. At VMI, as the years pass by, certain moments, as mentioned by the previous two speakers, stand out as important markers or milestones along the way, such as taking your cadet oath at Newmarket, or the day you broke out of the rat line, which in your case was clearly the coldest, most bitter breakout weather in VMI's long history, and you did it very, very well. And then you became to be known as, the class affectionately says, the 1-9. Or maybe the special memory was your ring figure in receiving your coveted ring. Perhaps a great party at Zolomon's or a special hop. You participated as the largest marching unit in two inaugural parades, one for President Trump, the other for Governor Northam. You were present as the nation passed the important milestone of America's entry into the First World War, and now, in this year, the 100th anniversary of the peace negotiations that ended that war. You were diligent in your duty to running a most professional rat line, running the military class and honor systems, and your class was particularly proficient in the classroom, performing with academic excellence. As a sign of the excellence of your class, as previously mentioned, you produced the top Marine Corps OCS graduate and the top Army ROTC cadet in the nation, and a classmate was selected as a Fulbright Scholar, among many other class and individual honors this year. Small note, your class, impacted by weather, marched the fewest parades this year in recorded VMI's history. And clearly, the Corps rain dances overrode my weather machine's predictions. Now you have reached the final milestone of your time at the Institute, commencement. Each of you will have his or her own personal milestone to remember and to celebrate, and you take them with you as you depart for the last time. Today, you celebrate your success in meeting the challenges and requirements of a VMI education. Now you set your sights on new goals. There is no fixed formula for achieving success, of course, but what I can say with some certainty is that success is a matter of knowledge, of skill, of hard work, of learned wisdom, and yes, luck. The first two, knowledge and skill, are closely related. Knowledge is something that you acquire through life experiences and education. Skill is what you're able to do and do well with that knowledge. Skill is doing built on a firm foundation of knowing. You will build a reputation for your competency at each important phase of your life's journey. And particularly, I would stress competency in your early years as you depart the Institute. As your past educational experiences have demonstrated, you can develop knowledge and skill. They are things that you can acquire through careful attention, through study, perseverance. Thus, continuing education for the rest of your life and honing your skills over these periods are important requirements for your future. I continue to believe that despite some of the current social declarations today, hard work in America is still a competitive advantage, as it has been throughout our history from our nation's earliest days. You know, it brings excellence and it brings intangibles. Hard work brings a steadiness to life and joy to accomplishments and success. It is also a bedrock. Hard work is a bedrock of wisdom. Wisdom. You know, there's a story about an old general being interviewed at the end of his career by a young reporter who asked the old man to what he attributed his great achievements and successes. And the general thought for a moment, and he barked his reply, "Good judgment." And the reporter, who was a bit taken back by such abruptness, followed quickly with another general. "Well, then, General, to what do you attribute your good judgment?" And the general, with a hint of a smile and a little bit of a wink, replied, "Bad judgment." Given that standard, I certainly am in good position to say something of value to you this morning. For you see, I have the wisdom of many, many errors. Many, many errors. Perhaps the immediate lesson is that when you get knocked down, get up. You have already experienced that through your 4 years here, whether in the rat line, the classroom, the military, or on the athletic field. And recall that this year's leadership conference's theme was, quote, "Grit and the American Culture," end quote. Thank goodness I have had leaders who allowed me to learn from my mistakes. Hard work and gaining wisdom are important requirements for your future. Luck, on the other hand, is largely out of our control. It is not something we consciously acquire. It happens or it doesn't happen, and usually it does happen to us. As you know, the idea of luck has been around for centuries. The Greeks and the Romans had gods who were the personification of luck. These gods were usually pictured as veiled or blind, and that is why we speak of blind luck. Some have used the term chance, and others have called it fortune, as in the wheel of fortune that stops, no one knows where. Some speak of it as being in the right place at the right time, or how about just the opposite, being in the wrong place at the wrong time? And recently, people have contemporarily described luck as sometimes you bite the bear, sometimes the bear bites you. But is luck entirely out of our control? There are many messages that you take from VMI, particularly the speakers these past 2 days. But if you leave the Institute with no other message, I hope it will be this. To a great extent, you can make your own luck, particularly through hard work and learn wisdom. And here's what I mean. Having succeeded in 4 years at VMI, you have already started down that road of making your own luck. You're prepared morally, mentally, and physically to meet many challenges of life. You have learned how to organize, manage time, break down a problem, think under pressure, exercise leadership, and always with honor. You have a great institution at your back. You may not know that today or tomorrow, but trust me, you have a great institution at your back. But beyond that now, you must cultivate the ability to recognize new opportunities when they arrive and the ability to alter your plans to head in new and unexpected directions. Keep your eyes open. See the possibilities. Now, does this mean that you should sail through life without a compass or no life plan? Absolutely not. Remain steady on course, but do not get locked in to one path or one outlook. The world is truly an uncertain place today. Today we know people change careers 3 or 4 times in a lifetime, and they change jobs often as often. Many say that the new 60 years is 45 years. Should you chase every flicker of opportunity? No. But keep your eyes open for those flickers, and as that wonderful Boy Scout motto says, be prepared. I urge you to keep yourself open to new ideas and new directions. Take time to reflect. Take time to reflect. Now, that's a little bit different than smelling the roses, and smelling the roses is also important. But reflect on where you are and where you're going, and always continue to grow. Work for really good, decent, high-character leaders. Work for really good, decent, high-character leaders. My experience is that they will work you. They will critique you. They probably will be demanding, but they care. And they will prepare you early in your career for the near-term challenges of where the rubber meets the road today, and they certainly will grow you for much greater responsibilities that will be on your plate much sooner than you can ever envision this morning. For you see, great leaders care deeply about their subordinates, and they get their greatest satisfaction from their successes. Read your successes. Now, your instincts are the first cousins of wisdom. Trust them. Take the initiative. Be bold, not reckless, nor fear. Think before you act. Listen as we have talked these 4 years. Listen with your eyes and your ears. Our country has lost that important trait. We talk too much. Keep your eyes on special leaders and learn from their successes and their mistakes. And finally, be an out-front, thoughtful, caring, quiet, thinking leader. Think, who turns luck to your advantage. Be a leader who brings good luck to others. And when you have setbacks or when bad luck visits you, as happens to all of us, learn from your failures. And no matter what you think, and no matter how dark the situation, opportunities and possibilities are always out there. Grab those opportunities. Knowledge, skill, hard work, learn wisdom, and luck. Together, in many ways, they make up life. In many ways, they're foundational now for the world that you're entering. That world is full of promise, as well as today, certainly, great dangers and threats. We live in an era of traumatic change, social upheaval, and gnawing cynicism. Many question the fundamental values that have guided our nation and our people for over 2 centuries. Many complain about problems while doing little to solve them. Many sit, wait, and just hope that things will turn out well. And this is not the first time in our young history's nation that we have faced such challenges. But we must reject such passive attitudes. We must stand firm in the conviction that America possesses the physical, the intellectual, and the moral strength to be an inspiring, strong, and respected leader in the world community. America has what it takes to promote a safer, freer, and more prosperous world. And while we cannot solve every problem or right every wrong or respond to every natural or man-made disaster, we certainly as Americans cannot ignore our global responsibilities and remain true to our national values. So as you leave today, make it your mission, your objective to ensure that your families, your communities, and our nation remain secure, faithful to its ideals, a beacon of hope for the rest of the world, and capable of building a bright future for your families and for the rest of America. Each graduating class has heard me say this now over the past 15 years. Hold on to your concept of honor, the very bedrock of VMI. People will hold you to a higher standard because you are a VMI graduate. This high expectation cannot be avoided. As they say, it comes with the ring, the commission, and the diploma. Embrace it now as the heritage that has been passed on to you, and always strive to preserve and enhance it. The class of 2019 now goes into the VMI history book with demonstrated pride in its faithfulness to the Institute's high ideals, and from a historical perspective and a legacy, a splendid, splendid reputation. Congratulations. I join the VMI faculty and staff in wishing each of you the very best of all that life has to offer. The open road now awaits you. Godspeed, class of 29. Let's all give this great class a round of applause. It is now my pleasure to present the awards for highest achievement to members of the graduating class. Will the cadets whose names are called please come to the steps as they are announced by General Mareshi, our dean. Bob.
The first Jackson Hope Medal for highest attainment in scholarship, accompanied by the Commander Harry Millard Mason Academic Proficiency Award, a cash prize to the recipient of the first Jackson Hope Medal, is presented to Cadet John Carey O'Donnell. Cadet O'Donnell is a distinguished graduate with Institute Honors, majoring in economics and business with concentrations in global management and financial management and a minor in mathematics. The second Jackson Hope Medal for second highest attainment in scholarship, accompanied by the Colonel Sterling Murray Heflin 1916 Academic Proficiency Award, a cash prize awarded to the recipient of the second Jackson Hope Medal, is presented to Cadet Anthony Joseph Sposato. Cadet Sposato is a distinguished graduate majoring in civil engineering with a minor in mathematics. He commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps and is a distinguished naval graduate. The Society of the Cincinnati Medal is awarded to that member of the graduating class who has distinguished himself or herself by efficiency of service and excellence of character while at VMI. The Cincinnati Medal is accompanied by two cash prizes, the Richard J. Marshall Award and the Sumter L. Lowry Award. The 2019 Cincinnati Medal is presented to Cadet John Carey O'Donnell. Cadet O'Donnell is a distinguished graduate with Institute Honors, majoring in economics and business. The recipient of the 2019 Association of Military Colleges and Schools of the United Leadership Award. This year he served as Regimental S1 Captain and Captain of the VMI lacrosse team. Will all the candidates for graduation please rise? The Academic Board has presented to the Board of Visitors 175 candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree and 128 candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree, all of whom have been certified to have completed the requirements for graduation from the Virginia Military Institute. General P.
By the authority of law vested in the Board of Visitors and faculty, I confer upon each of you a diploma and testimony of your being a graduate of the Virginia Military Institute and award you the bachelor's degree appropriate to your major field of study. Institute honor graduates and graduates distinguished in general merit will be called first and receive a distinguished graduate certificate. Please be seated and come forward to the platform as your course groups are called. We are pleased to recognize 17 cadets who have been certified as distinguished graduates with Institute honors. This honor is bestowed only on those who have earned at least a 3.5 cumulative grade point average while completing the requirements of their majors and minors, as well as the additional requirements of VMI's Institute honors curriculum. This would be a rare achievement in any college or university, but is particularly noteworthy here given the co-curricular demands placed on cadets by the very unique VMI educational system. We're also pleased to take special note of 49 graduates who have been certified as distinguished graduates. These cadets have completed their curricular with a cumulative grade point average in excess of 3.5, again, a remarkable achievement.
Distinguished graduates with Institute honors. Demetra Joanne Potagru, Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics, minor in Physics. Sean Chen Su, Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics, minor in Spanish, Ensign, Republic of China Navy. John David Hatkus, Bachelor of Science in Biology, concentration in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Joel Matthews Thomas, Bachelor of Science in Biology, concentration in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, minors in Philosophy and Literary Studies. Meredith Claire Jaraneski, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, minor in Chemistry. Kirk Charles Kalian, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Brian Gabriel Hill, Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering. Clayton Douglas Penny, Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering, minor in Mathematics. Robert Lee Frick II, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, minors in German and Mathematics, Ensign, United States Navy. Timothy Scott Hayes Jr., Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, concentration in Aerospace Engineering, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. John Kerry O'Donnell, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business, concentrations in Global Management and Financial Management, minor in Mathematics. Carter Davis Johnson, Bachelor of Arts in English, concentrations in Literary Studies, Philosophy, and Rhetoric and Writing, honors in English. Quinn Eileen Conrad, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, double major in Modern Languages and Cultures, minors in Asian Studies and National Security, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Eleanor Brigitta Hendren, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, minor in National Security. Calvin A. Lawson, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, minor in Economics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. Emmanuel James Mendoza Ocampo, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, double major in Modern Languages and Cultures, minors in Middle Eastern Studies, National Security, and History, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. William Post Reeves, Bachelor of Arts in Modern Languages and Cultures, minors in Middle Eastern Studies and National Security, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Distinguished graduates. Justin Tyler Moore, Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics, Ensign, United States Navy. Evan Oliver Mukweg, Bachelor of Science in Biology. Daniel Taylor Chisner, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, honors in Chemistry, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps, Distinguished Naval Graduate, Marine Corps. Colton Jacob Curry, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, honors in Chemistry, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. Wade Shea, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, Republic of China Army. John Tyler Fedison, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Logan Christian Hall, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Alec G. Hoops, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. Patrick William Murphy, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Distinguished Air Force graduate. Jacob Louis Palladino, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Second Lieutenant, the United States Army. Anthony Joseph Sposato, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps, Distinguished Naval Graduate, Marine Corps. Corey Angelo Taylor, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Tyler Austin Thacker, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. George Leonard Hempt II, Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering, minor in Mathematics. Kishan Satish Patel, Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Drake Logan Singh, Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering. Kevin J. Bishop, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, concentration in Nuclear Engineering, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Jonathan Turkelson Chamberlain, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, concentration in Nuclear Engineering, minor in Mathematics. Adam Guy Crum, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, concentration in Nuclear Engineering, minors in Mathematics and Physics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. Reese Michael LaFerrier, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Joseph Bradbury Lewers, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, concentration in Nuclear Engineering, minor in Mathematics, Ensign, United States Navy. Alexander Robert Royston, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, concentration in Nuclear Engineering, minor in Physics. James Evans Seal, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, minor in Mathematics, Ensign, United States Navy. David Doyle Smith, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, concentration in Nuclear Engineering, minor in Mathematics. Alexander Peter Spiro Deducis, Bachelor of Science in Physics, minors in Mathematics and Nuclear Engineering, Ensign, United States Navy. Sarah Michelle Dolitsky, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, minor in Rhetoric and Writing, honors in Psychology, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. Cameron Michael Jones, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, honors in Psychology. Sohrab Imud Sheikh, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, honors in Psychology, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Nicholas Edward Williams, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, honors in Psychology, Ensign, United States Navy, Distinguished Naval Graduate. Caroline Anna Wojtas, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, minor in Exercise Science, honors in Psychology. Samuel Joseph Green, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business, concentration in Global Management, minor in Arabic, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Zachary Nicholas Herring, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. Tara Ann James, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business, Ensign, United States Navy, Distinguished Naval Graduate. Wongtawan Langafa, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business, concentration in Financial Management, honors in Economics and Business, Second Lieutenant, Royal Thai Army. Robert Austin Rash, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business. Ethan Westcott Smith, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business. Reed Miller Vincenz, Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business, concentration in Financial Management, minor in International Studies, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Yuri James Panchik, Bachelor of Arts in English, concentrations in Literary Studies and Rhetoric and Writing. Madden Andrews Chapman, Bachelor of Arts in History, concentration in Military History, minor in Rhetoric and Writing, honors in History, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps, Distinguished Naval Graduate, Marine Corps. Andrew Maxwell Hunt, Bachelor of Arts in History, double major in English, concentrations in Rhetoric and Writing and Military History, honors in English, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Andrew James Scafalaqua, Bachelor of Arts in History, concentration in Military History, honors in History, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. Joshua Costi Servanian Wolf, Bachelor of Arts in History, concentration in Military History, minors in Philosophy and Spanish, Ensign, United States Navy. Henry Francis Cusella, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Jordan Maston Farmer, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, minors in National Security and Spanish, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. Carter Thomas McCausland, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, minors in National Security and History. Christian Alexander Perez, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, minors in History, Middle Eastern Studies, and National Security. Dylan Michael Serba, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, double major in Modern Languages and Cultures. Benjamin William Muir Armstrong, Bachelor of Arts in Modern Languages and Cultures, double major in International Studies, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Tyler Edward Hamilton, Bachelor of Arts in Modern Languages and Cultures, double major in International Studies, minors in National Security and Asian Studies, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. The Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Mathematics, John Mackey Chase, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Muchi Liu, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, Republic of China Army. Barry James Thaxton Jr., Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Dolan O'Connor Walsh, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Jacob William Wentworth, with distinction, minors in Astronomy and Physics, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Distinguished Air Force Graduate. Guan Wei Wu, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, Republic of China Air Force. The Bachelor of Science degree in Biology, Tyler Matthew Bernaro, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Taylor Morgan Callahan, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. John Joseph Chikala, Jr., minor in chemistry, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Mason Lee Dermott, minor in exercise science. Brady Scott Gannon. Mark Cole Mark Cole Green, with distinction, Ensign, United States Navy. Heath Cole Hilton, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Charles Hunter Martin, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Grant Hunter Morgan, with distinction, minor in chemistry. Angela Elizabeth Mullins, with distinction. Thomas Andrew Nicholson, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Chase Randall Wheeler Orell, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Zachary Taylor Polakowski, with distinction, minor in psychology, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Christian Chang Vaccaro. The Bachelor of Science degree in Chemistry, Cecilia Rose Capoller, minor in Mathematics, Ensign, United States Navy. Colin Dennis Smith, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. William Allen Wampler, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Christopher Kevin Weber, with distinction, minor in Physics, honors in Chemistry. The Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering, Miguel Alejandro Arate Garcia. John Reynolds Bove, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Austin Lee Burke. Noah Spencer Cody, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Brandon Alexander Crespo. Aaron Christopher Cusick, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Benjamin Christopher Dixon, with distinction, Ensign, United States Navy, Distinguished Naval Graduate. James John Gill II, with distinction, Ensign, United States Navy. Brian William Halpin. Zachary Allen Herring, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Brian Keith Johnson, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. John Buckley Keefe, Jr. Ryan Matthew Kilgus, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Corey Tristan Kite. Stephen Edward Kachi, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Uzoma Ikena Padua. John Steele Lamati II, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. Robert Walter Massey IV. Zachary Hudson McBride, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Brandon Charles Robert Morgan, with distinction. Seamus William O'Connell, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Adi Hakim Mohammed Omar, with distinction. Michael Patrick O'Neill, Jr., with distinction, Ensign, United States Navy. Luke Cullop Patterson. Charles Stephen Pitchford, with distinction, minor in mathematics. John Paul Reed, Jr., with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Campbell Robert Rutherford, with distinction, minor in mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Jessica Lane Slackman, with distinction. Corbin David Steins. Thomas Nelson Tavener. Zachary William Tholey, minor in mathematics. Kyle Michael Walsh, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Derek Montana Wilson, with distinction, Ensign, United States Navy. Matthew Aaron Zwerin. The Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Science. Luke Howard Boyd IV, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Peter William Boyle, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Roger Dale Causey, with distinction, minor in cybersecurity, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Madison May Curran. Eric Andrew Deloria, with distinction, minor in business. Uladoku J.A. Uluwashen A. Kundio. With distinction, minor in cybersecurity. Juliet Jewel Esnardo. Carrie Ann Lightfoot, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Jamie Madison Lindsay. Harina Marley Lee, minor in mathematics. Joshua Adam Miller, minor in psychology, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Craig Allen Miranda. Christopher Luke Purdue. Charles Craig Remig, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Ryan L. Russell. Robert Carlson Starling. Jabriel Taven Townsend, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Jonathan Patrick Turney. Nicholas Alexander Van Leer, Ensign, United States Navy. Anthony Jared Walton, with distinction, minor in physics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, distinguished military graduate. Isaac Gage Wampler, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. The Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Aaron Richard Bartow. Corey Beth Hadinger, with distinction. David Michael Hare, with distinction. Gerald Patterson Hempt, with distinction. Oscar Enrique Lloyds, with distinction. Jonathan Andres Martinez, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Luke Alexander Ridenauer, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Theodore Castelli Ryan, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Brett Michael Tomzak, with distinction. Jonathan Wikine Tron, with distinction, minor in mathematics, Ensign, United States Navy. Benjamin George Wagner, minor in mathematics. The Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering, Logan Cole Adams, with distinction, concentration in nuclear engineering, minor in mathematics. Andrew Stewart Arlant, minor in mathematics, Ensign, United States Navy. Nathaniel Isaac Bailey, with distinction, concentration in nuclear engineering, minors in mathematics and physics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Stephen Luke Hillman, with distinction, concentration in nuclear engineering, minor in mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, distinguished military graduate. Bradley John Mulhalick. Caroline Wen, concentration in nuclear engineering. Logan Wayne Palmer, concentration in aerospace engineering, minor in mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Jackson Blue Price, with distinction, concentration in nuclear engineering, minor in mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Colin Edward Rice, with distinction, concentration in nuclear engineering, minor in mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Corey Jacob Smith, concentration in nuclear engineering. the Bachelor of Science degree in Physics, Kevin Atkinson Bromberger, minor in Mathematics. Jack Thomas Casey, minor in Astronomy, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Matthew Henry Cotton. Gunnar Wolfgang Eichler, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Lucas Lake Hidalgo, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Jake Kent Johnson, minor in Astronomy. Lane Patrick Keeler, with distinction, minor in Mathematics and Astronomy, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Michael Xavier Meyer, minor in Astronomy. Jonathan Rockford Murray, with distinction, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Sean Devin Newton. Jeremiah Edwin Noeo Norman, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Joshua Pride Stacy, with distinction, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, distinguished military graduate. Nicholas James Zimmerman, minor in Mathematics, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. The Bachelor of Science degree in Psychology, Megan Elizabeth Ayers, minor in Art History and Visual Culture. Jeremiah Seth Brown. Cole Stewart Brummett. John Joseph Camarella. Eli Bishop Daniel Facemeyer. Clayton Nathaniel Hogg. Nathan David Kirk, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Patrick Martin Lehman. Amber Marissa Nicole Levy, with distinction, minors in philosophy and rhetoric and writing, honors in psychology. William Gray Morris. Brian Anthony Munoz, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Alex Christopher Oden. Yoon Young Park, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Abigail Ruth Schlemmer, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Adrian Paul Garcia Sisson, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Stephen R. Smith. Thaddeus Stevenson Pansician, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Norman Garrett St. Laurent. Robert Austin Vereen, minor in exercise science. Montana Carrington White, with distinction, minor in rhetoric and writing, honors in psychology. The Bachelor of Arts degree in biology, Stevie Joshua Cook. Samantha Ray Fuller. Emily Christine Kirk, concentration in ecology and organismal sciences, minor in art history and visual culture. Leslie Carter Lentz. Nathan DeAndre Mumford, minor in rhetoric and writing, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Julio Angel Negroen Ocasio, minor in psychology, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Tiffany Grace Quick. Brene Elise Thomas, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Virginia Curran Villani, with distinction, minor in exercise science. The Bachelor of Arts degree in economics and business, Michael Anthony Banholzer, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Timothy Frank Borilli, concentration in global management. Tyler Hunter Brock, concentration in global management, minor in leadership studies, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. You're welcome. Tristan John Capes Davis, with distinction, concentration in financial management. Samuel Kaufman Coleman, concentration in global management. Jameson Harper Donahue, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Ryan Vaughn Edsel, with distinction, concentration in global management, minor in philosophy, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, distinguished military graduate. Jacob Salvatore Ferraro. Congratulations. Patrick Michael Fowler, with distinction, concentration in financial management, minor in computer and information sciences. Clayton Gardner. William Shepard Gill, concentrations in financial management and global management, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Jair C. Hill, with distinction. Jacob D. Huggins. Austin Marshall Hughes, minor in leadership studies, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Bennett McDowell Johnson, with distinction, concentration in financial management. Adam Willis Josephson, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, distinguished military graduate. Dustin Levi Caney. Kanaya Ushanti Lee. Thomas Jackson Mitchell Jr., with distinction, concentrations in financial management and global management. Carson D. Motley. Vincent Isaiah Parker, with distinction, minor in psychology. Andrew Chesterman Pearson, with distinction, concentration in global management. Cody Walker Paragoy. John Height Philbeck Jr., Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Ryan Charles Smoot, with distinction. Kevin James Spears, with distinction, double major in history, concentration in global management, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Alexander Morgan Tucker, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Skylar Benjamin Willis. Mason Reeves Worsham, with distinction, minor in leadership studies, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, distinguished Air Force graduate. The Bachelor of Arts degree in English. Lee Burton Adams, concentrations in literary studies and rhetoric and writing. Michael Jaron Bertram, concentrations in literary studies and rhetoric and writing. Benjamin McLemore Outland, with distinction, concentrations in literary studies and rhetoric and writing. Nicholas Paul Schweers, concentration in rhetoric and writing. The Bachelor of Arts degree in history. Graham Wyatt Allison, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Linwood Chase Buchanan, minor in psychology, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Caleb C. Cubeyo, with distinction, concentration in military history, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, distinguished military graduate. Blake Elizabeth Liberty Cashin. Kyle Eric Coons, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. John Cobble Gorman, minor in rhetoric and writing. Stephen Kyle Hilton, double major in modern languages and cultures, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Cameron M. Jones, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Patrick Francis McPartlin, with distinction, concentration in military history, minor in international studies, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Ian Mackenzie Morris. Sean Connor Rhodes, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. John G. Ryan. Dylan Dennis Scharnweber. Tyler Wilkins Topping, with distinction, concentration in military history, minors in international studies, and rhetoric and writing. Richard Donald Wilson, with distinction, concentration in military history, minor in rhetoric and writing, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. The Bachelor of Arts degree in International Studies. Peyton Hargis Bembry, minor in French. Cole Francis Bloomer, minor in Arabic. Connor William Ward Bremer, minor in History, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Timothy Carter Butt, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Coleman Lee Calloway, minor in Asian Studies. Joshua Lamar Chapman, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Richard Benjamin Cordell. Olivia Oman Igioma Cotton, with distinction, double major in modern languages and cultures. Alec Tobias Daniel, minor in Arabic. Eric Hudson Farley, with distinction, minor in philosophy. J. Owen Finley, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Joseph Arthur Flynn, with distinction, minor in Spanish. John R. Forehand, Jr., Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Hannah Margaret Gillen, with distinction, minor in National Security, Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Distinguished Military Graduate. Nico Andrian Go. Sydney Morgan Hayes, minor in Spanish. Bryce Holden, with distinction, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Maxwell Lewis Horowitz, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Joseph Kevin Johnson, with distinction, minor in Asian Studies, Second Lieutenant, United States Army. Blake Osborne Jones, Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Harry Clayton Leib. Stephen Paul Midkiff, with distinction, minor in Arabic, Ensign, United States Navy. Riley Joy Neary, with distinction, minor in Literary Studies, Second Lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Merritt Abraham Patterson, minor in history, second lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Cody Brian Rainey, second lieutenant, United States Army. Liam Philip Patrick Hayes McCollum Roden, with distinction. Andrew Ryan Runquist, with distinction, second lieutenant, United States Air Force. Thomas Michael Smith, Jr. Trevor Samuel Smith. Brody Andrew Taylor, with distinction, second lieutenant, United States Marine Corps. Adam Michael Trice, second lieutenant, United States Army. Ryan Matthew Ewer, with distinction, minor in Spanish, second lieutenant, United States Army. Ryan Eric Uzel, double major in modern languages and cultures, second lieutenant, United States Army. Jacob William Van Dyke, with distinction, minor in national security and Asian studies, second lieutenant, United States Army. Isela Teresa Vasquez, with distinction, minor in Spanish, second lieutenant, United States Army. Tyler Harrison Warden. Andrew Zhang, with distinction, minors in Asian Studies and Spanish. The Bachelor of Arts degree in Modern Languages and Cultures. Jacob Dean Drake, with distinction, second lieutenant, United States Army, distinguished military graduate. Emery Allen Lieber, second lieutenant, United States Army. Nolan James Lipscomb, with distinction. Samuel Gray Norman. Alexander Cage Shalton, second lieutenant, United States Army. Annika Crystal Tice, with distinction, double major in English, concentrations in rhetoric and writing and literary studies, honors in English, second lieutenant, United States Army. Joseph Michael Wilkins. Josiah Steele Womack.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated while the chaplain pronounces the benediction, after which the Virginia Military Institute Regimental Band will play the VMI Spirit. The new regimental commander, Cadet Austin William Stansbury, will then publish brief orders, after which this commencement ceremony is adjourned.
One nine. I'd like to share with you the blessing that Chaplain Park shared with your dykes in 2016. May the Lord give you the vision of Francis H. Smith. May he give you the faith of Stonewall Jackson. May he give you the wisdom of George C. Marshall. May he give you the compassion of Jonathan Daniels, so that the Institute will be heard from in your day. May God bless the class of 2019. Amen. Go out and make a difference.
Leave of absence until 2200, 25th August 2019 is hereby granted to all cadets. Cadets returning from furlough must register at the guard room before that time. The class of 2019 is hereby relieved from duty.
Okay,
Thank you for everything.
stay in touch.
Will do.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, sir. You got one under your belt, right?